Charles Barkley. I did a recent video of Charles Barkley. I want to revisit Charles Barkley because he recently had a conversation with Shannon Sharp, and he talked about athletes going broke, and he talked about a lot of other things. But one of the things that he also talked about was something that I think that some of us experience because we don't necessarily align with people based off of the color of our skin, but based off of the content of your character, right? And so a lot of times we get called a sellout. I have not seen this video, but somebody sent it to me. Let me deep dive into it.
That goes back to what we talked about earlier. I always want to uplift black people.
Correct.
Always. Mm-hmm. I'm proud of your success. And I know people gonna hate on you. I know people gonna hate on me, and they're gonna be black. I said, but man, I love to see black people doing good.
I love to see us win.
I love it. But I was like, I'm old enough and I'm around enough to know there's gonna be some hate coming toward me, especially if they disagree with something I say.
Right, but I want you to win, but I don't want you to win more than me. Now I see if you win more than me, now I got to question your sexuality. Yeah. I got to question, how black are you? Because, bro, I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I criticize white quarterbacks. But if I criticize a black quarterback, man, see, I should have known old Buck Nancy Shannon. I know he gonna take care of the white. Come on, bro.
No, man. And number one, I've been watching for a long time. Obviously, I never seen you try to get clickbait ever.
No.
I said, yo, man, I take this responsibility because I do know, but I'm not gonna tell black people they right all the time.
No.
If you want that, I'm not your guy.
If you wrong,
you're wrong.
I gotta tell you you're wrong.
I said, yo, man, no. We can be wrong. But also on the other hand, when I see some shit happen to a black player of the community, I'm gonna step in.
Right.
I had it was interesting.
Why is it so important? I'm trying to figure out why is it so important in 2024 for us to still divide ourselves based off of race. What happened to right and wrong? Race has taken priority over right and wrong. There are people that will advocate for a killer just because he's black, or will want a killer free just because he's black. They don't care how bad he is for your community. They don't care who it is that he killed unless they kill somebody that he knows. But identity politics has now taken priority above character. The whole O.J. Simpson thing, even him passing away, people were more concerned about whether or not he was black and if he got off because he was black, but versus whether or not he actually did it. Still to this day, on both sides. White people was happy that he was gone. Black people was happy or not happy or whatever, and they were still defending him and saying, well, he should have got off, all of this stuff. And we just so divided. We so divided, and people are picking and choosing. I just looked at this picture of Stormy Daniels. Jesus Christ, Trump really did see it through, didn't he? He really did see it through, didn't he? Good God. Listen, I know I'm being distracted right now, and we're going to get back to Charles Barkley. But Jesus, he really did see it through. What a bad deal. What a horrible deal. God, look at that body. Ain't a curve in sight. Pale as the white driven snow. He really did see it through, didn't he? Good Jesus, Trump. Was you taking one for the team, or did you set this up yourself? Was you looking forward to this type of situation? Gosh. Let's get back to Charles Barkley, y'all. I just seen that picture come across my... I'm like, God, you seen that through, didn't you?
There's a couple things happened recently that I talked to my mentors and friends about. One was O.J. Simpson, and one was Michael Porter Jr. And I said, I'm not sure how to handle this O.J. thing. He said, what do you think? I says, man, I don't have any respect for men who hit women, and I think he killed them two people. I says,
How you gonna say I think he killed them 2 people and he was acquitted? You can't convict him in a court of public opinion?
What do you think he killed those people or not? I think he did. I said, but I have, and I've always said this, not just saying this to you, I have no respect for men who hit women.
Okay.
So you don't have no respect for Kendrick Lamar. Never mind. Let me be quiet. Because I know that there's people in the chat that's saying that his character is impeccable. I seen the little chat that you put up that said that his character is impeccable. I guess that we just gonna disqualify the whole album that he wrote about cheating on his chick. Character is impeccable. Pen is absolutely impeccable, but the character matches the pen, I guess. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just accusations. We don't know. We don't know.
And I don't want to bash the dude because he got a family and he died. He got kids. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going to mention it. And I didn't. Because I said, I don't want to just bash the dude because I can't say anything positive. Yeah, was he a great jock? Yes. But when you go around beating women and like that, I got no respect for you.
Right.
Did OJ get convicted from beating up on a woman? I'm not aware. Chat, keep me up to date. Keep me in the perspective. Did OJ get convicted for hitting a woman at some point? Because I'm not aware. I don't know. This is my first time really hearing about this. I know about the OJ trial. I don't know nothing about him beating up on a woman. And so I'm trying to figure that part out.
And then the Michael Porter Jr. thing.
But the WNBA?
No, Michael Porter.
About his brother.
Yeah, both brothers.
Bro, yeah, one got a DUI and I think he killed somebody, right?
He did.
He killed somebody and the other brother took the under on himself.
Yeah. And
what is Charles Barkley talking about then? Why is he talking about beating up on women and OJ Simpson? And I ain't never heard no junk like that before. Where did he get that part from? I
feel his pain. I feel his parents' pain.
Yeah.
I feel that as a jock. Because in it, and this is one thing, I look at sports, it's the greatest fraternity ever. I feel like everybody in the NFL, anybody in Major League Baseball, in the NHL hockey, I think they're part of my family.
Y'all said that he allegedly beat her up, but it wasn't no charges. Oh, like Kendrick Lamar? Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. That's just a little petty shot. Because I'm just saying, y'all, I mean, I guess it's cool. You know what I'm saying? To possibly beat and cheat. I don't know. I mean, you know, that was just a word on the street. We don't convict people in the court of public opinion. Let's continue, y'all. My bad. I don't want to get distracted.
Like they know my experiences. And so I was saying, man, I really want to wish Michael Porter Jr., let him know that I'm thinking about him. I wish his family the best. And my friend says, yo, man, that lady did die. And I was like, yeah, you got a point there. Like, because if I said, hey, man, I wish you the best. I'm thinking about you. Because I know that it's got to be painful for his family with his brother and his other brother going to jail.
Yeah.
It's like,
not as painful for that family that lost their loved one.
Yes.
Because he can go to jail and hug him.
Yeah.
He can go to his brother's home and hug him.
Yeah.
They can't go to the graveyard and hug her.
And I said, Chuck, shut up on both accounts.
Yeah.
So I always think about, because, you know, it always makes me laugh. Because my friend's like, yo, man, you got these people eating out your hand. I said, what you talking about? He says, you know the reaction before you say it. I said, of course I do. I know when I'm gonna start a fire.
Yeah.
I know it.
Right.
But I had planned on the start, because most of the time, that goes back to the role model commercial I made.
Right. Yes.
So when I made the commercial, I went to Nike and said, I want to make this commercial. I said, they're like, you out of your mind. I said, no. I said, what I'm noticing is we have too many segregated schools in this country. I said, when I go to these white schools, I said, what do y'all want to do when you grow up? They like, want to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers. When I go to these black schools, they're like, I want to play in the NFL, I want to play in the NBA.
Yep.
And I was doing this when you do a lot of speaking when you're in playing. So I was doing this for like 4 or 5 years. And I was like, yo, man, these black kids think they can only be successful through athletics and entertainment.
Yep.
They don't ever think about being doctors, lawyers, and engineers and shit like that.
Right.
So I talked Nike into doing the commercial, and it became a big deal.
You did.
still probably the thing I'm most proud of to this day. I said, because I knew it was going to start a fire. And I was like, guys, I'm not trying to skirt responsibility, but I want young black kids to know, like, yo, man, you don't have to play in the NFL or NBA. We got black doctors.
Right.
We got black lawyers. We got black engineers. But y'all got these kids thinking like all they see is Shannon, Michael, Carl, Chuck, David Robinson. The only black people they see are jocks and entertain, Jay-Z. I said, man, they got a better chance of being a doctor than a lawyer playing in it.
Jay-Z or LeBron.
Yes. And I said, I just want to spark the debate. And in fairness to Nike came back to me later and says, man, we want to thank you for making that commercial. I said, because 90% of the letters we got were pro. I said, well, first of all, I'm not worried about no negative publicity. I play in Philly. I said, I thought my name was Charles Barkley, you motherfucker, for like the first 2 years of my, I said, guys, I'm in Philly. I'm used to criticism, but I always have used my platform for a bigger debate.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a difference. You know, one of the things I'm proud of you, and I don't talk about this a lot, I'm not trying to get praise because I keep it very quiet. So for the last 15 years, I've been giving $1 million a year away to charity. And I don't even tell anybody. I'm sharing this because I'm gonna tell you why I'm proud of you.
Nice.
So I started out in my high school, my college, Wounded Warriors, ALS, Parkinson's. But the last 8 years, the point I'm getting to, I did HBCUs.
Okay.
Bad investment.
Great deal to me to be able to do that.
Right.
And you being a product. When I watch you and Stephen A, when y'all go back to y'all HBCUs, I just think it's really important what y'all do for the HBCUs. And it really makes me feel good when I write that check. Because, you know, we got a couple of them here in Atlanta. I think 3 of them are here in Atlanta, Clark, Morehouse, and Spelman. But man, I just want to use my platform to keep doing good stuff. But you know, just being a product of HBCU, how far you came, I'm really proud of your success.
Appreciate it. And I think the thing is what that does is that you think about 3 of the most prominent morning voices, myself and Stephen A. Michael Strahan with the HBCU.
Yeah.
He's a Texas Southern.
Yeah.
I'm Savannah State. Stephen A's Winston-Salem.
Yeah.
So it goes to show you, you don't have to go to Syracuse.
Yep.
You don't have to go to Michigan or one of these PWIs in order to do what we're doing.
Yeah.
What I take from this whole situation is, regardless of how much you do for other people, regardless of how much you are a pillar of your community, doesn't matter how much money that you give to black people or HBCUs, doesn't matter whether or not you marry a black wife, it doesn't matter whether or not you actually raise black children, doesn't matter how much you've done for the community, but doesn't matter how much you've done for people. The truth is, people are still going to hold you accountable, and they're going to play identity politics, and they're going to then say that you aren't a reflection of what they want to happen in the black community, regardless of how successful you are, regardless of how much you live your life. I personally hear that shit every single day. Every day. They'll celebrate and champion people that use diversity, equity, and inclusion and identity politics in order to promote themselves and don't give anything to their community, even so much so to where they are not even a reflection of the thing that they preaching to you about on their platforms. They not married. They be baby daddies. They be the worst for the community. They ain't never built nothing. They ain't never actually poured into the community. They ain't never did nothing for nobody else. All that. But it sounds good. And so, but me on the other hand, almost 98% of everybody that I got hired or working for me is black, white, black wife, child, never cheated, no baby mamas out there, no nothing, no problems, no trouble, no issues, no nothing. Clean as a whistle, don't have no record, college educated, still a pillar in my community, still an advocate for people, help people out every day. But then they'll say, hey, you're the sellout and this person is the best advocate. So it doesn't actually matter what your fruits are. The only thing that matters is whether or not you represent something to them in their mind. The results is not real for them. The only thing that matters is what sounds good to them. That's it. That's it. And this is why I don't align with people based off of identity. People will say anything. Don't matter how many awards you get, don't matter how much you did for people, or none of that. They will say anything and they will tear you down in an instant because the only thing that matters is how they feel in a court of public opinion.